Okay. So here's a particular book, Shoe Dog, a memoir by the creator of Nike, by Phil Knight, is an inspiring and candid story of how Nike, one of the world's most iconic brand, came to be. Okay, so here Phil Knight takes readers on a journey starting from his post-college days, right, when he was a young and ambitious dreamer with a simple idea to import high-quality, affordable running shoes, okay, from Japan to United States. Back in 1962, here, this idea felt more like a, gamble than a, solid plan. At it, sparked, okay, what would become an extraordinary journey, right? Here key highlights about the lessons from the memoir. Okay, the humble beginning, bold visions here, modest resolution here, right? Knight begins his journey with just $50 borrowed from his father to start a business called Blue Ribbon Sports, which would later become Nike. He secured a distribution deal with a Japanese company, Onitsuka, makers of Tiger's running shoes. This taught here and invaluable lessons about starting small, leveraging partnership and building incrementally. So if I'm talking about the lessons here, great ventures here often begin with simple, scrappy starts. Taking calculated risks can lead to groundbreaking opportunities. Okay, so here the next point is the value of perseverance, embracing failures. Okay. The path to success, was far from smooth, right? Okay, Knight faced financial crisis. Okay, financial crisis, legal battles, and betrayed. For instance, here Onitsuka, severed ties with him unexpectedly, forcing him to create his own brand Nike. Despite these setbacks, he doubled down on his determination and stayed committed to the vision, right? Okay, the lesson is failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone here. Resilience and adaptability are key to overcoming challenges here. Okay, so finding the right term, and the right team and the right path, right? So Knight highlights the significance of his co-founder and his first employer, Jeff Johnson, and the passionate team he eventually, built around himself. People like Coach Bill Borman, okay, who co-developed Nike's first revolutionary waffle trainer, okay, who pivoted to Nike's growth. He understood that success was not a solo endeavor. He needed a group of dedicated, like-minded individuals. So if I'm talking about the lessons here, surround of yourself who share your visions and are equally committed, and a strong team in the backbone of any success venture. Okay, innovation as a cornerstone. Knight and his team, constantly push boundaries. Okay, focusing on improving performance and innovating products. Nike's slogan here: "Just do it." Right? Just do it. The Nike's slogan is what? Just do it. Become a manifestation of this daring and risk-taking culture. The creation of the Nike, shoes. Okay. SWOOSH, okay, logo here designed for just $35 by a student, right? Okay, Carolyn Denson, okay, and its transformation into a globally recognized of how big things can come from small creative ideas, right? So if I'm talking about the lesson here, stay creative and innovative here. Reinventing yourselves and your product is essential to staying relevant. Okay, lessons in leadership and vision here. Knight's leadership styles evolved over time, and he is shares hard-earned wisdom about making tough decisions, trusting your instincts and maintaining integrity in businesses, right? Okay, in business here, the pivotal decision was going public in 1980, which provided Nike with financial stability and set the stage for its global dominance. The lesson is visionary here. Leadership requires balancing risk with responsibility. Great leaders growth with their businesses and learn from their mistakes. Personal and emotional journey here beyond the boardrooms and sneakers factories. Knight's memoir is deeply personal. He candidly discussed his struggles with self-doubted work life balance here and sacrifices he had to make, including moments of strain here, relationship with his family. Knight's reflecting here tone highlights the human side of entrepreneurship and the toll it can take here. So if I'm talking about the lesson here, success often comes at a price. It's important to define what truly matters in life and not lose sight of your values and relationships here. Okay, best lessons to take away here. Dream crazy, right? If you're not dreaming crazily, okay, in an appropriate manner, in an optimistic manner for the long vision. If you don't have the vision, right, the Knight emphasizes here dreaming big and working tirelessly to make those dreams a reality, right? Stay committed to excellence, right? Strive for greatness and never settle for mediocrity. Okay, learn from adversity. Obstacles are part of the journey. Embrace them as opportunities to grow stronger. Be grateful. Okay, Knight acknowledges the role of luck, timing, and people who helped him along the way. Okay, Phil Knight's shoe Shoe Dog is not just a biography of a businessman. It's a testament to a power of great passion and unwavering belief in oneself. Okay, it's a story of how an idea coupled with relentless effort can transform into a legacy. What stood out to you the most in the summary, right? What do you think here? Phil Knight's journey shares here several themes common to many entrepreneurs, but it also stands out distinctive ways. So let's explore the fact here, the entrepreneurial path here. The common threads here across the entrepreneurial stories here, starting small and humble, like Jeff Bezos life, like Jeff Bezos starting Amazon in his garage. Okay, Knight's launch Blue Ribbon Sports here for the trunk of his car. Many successful entrepreneurs begins with modest resources but an ambitious vision, right? Facing setbacks and adversity, entrepreneurs such as Elon Musk, right, Tesla's early struggles or difficulty in scaling Starbucks, right, have faced here numerous challenges, much like Knight dealt with cash flow issues and legal battles with Onitsuka, right? Okay, persistence in the face of doubt here. Steve Jobs and Phil Knight both encountered skepticism about their visions here. Jobs revolutionized personal computing, while Knight turned a niche running shoe idea into a global brand, proving their detectors wrong. Okay, here next point is what sets Phil Knight's apart here. Deep emotional vulnerability. Okay, while many entrepreneurs celebrate their wins here, Shoe Dog is marked by Knight's candid reflections on self-doubt here, failures and personal sacrifices. This raw honesty makes his story resonate on a deeply human level, right? Running and passion here. Knight was not just building a business, he was driven by his passion for running, fostered here by his time as a runner in the University of Oregon. Okay, this personal connection with his product is a unique aspect of a journey. Okay, focus on team building here. While other entrepreneurs often emphasize their own vision, Knight here repeatedly credits his team and like Bill Borman, okay, Jeff Johnson and others for Nike's success. Is humility in sharing credits is refreshing and noteworthy. Okay. So here the lesson from Knight and others, like visions and entrepreneurs like here Reed Hastings pivoted their business when market evolved. Similarly, Knight shifted from disturbing tiger shoes to create Nike when his partnership collapsed. Okay, illustrating her adaptability as a key of survival. Innovation with simplicity, similar to how Apple transformed technology with elegant designs. Knight prioritized her innovations like waffle trainer, okay, while making performance footwear accessible to all. So the conclusion is, Phil Knight's journey hold universal lessons about great passion and resilience that mirror many entrepreneurial stories here, and his heartfelt storytelling and focus on the human side of business set him apart. Entrepreneurs like Knight, Jobs, Musk here and Bezos teach us while the paths may differ, the relentless pursuit of business and perseverance in a face of adversity are the defining traits of success. Which aspects of Knight's story or another entrepreneurs resonates most with you? What do you think? Right, so here the next point is the power of storytelling and branding here, right? Knight and his team understood that selling shoes was not just about utility, it was about creating a brand that inspired Nike, because synonyms with empowerment, right, individually and performance here. The stories behind athletes here endorsing the brands here, right, such as Michael Jordan with his Jordan lines here were game changes. If I'm talking about the lesson here, a strong brand is built on emotions, connections, and its audience storytelling can transform a product into expenses, leveraging competition for growth here. Knight did not shy away from the competition. Instead, he used competitors like Adidas as benchmark to push Nike to innovate and improve its product and strategies, right? He also realized the importance of differentiation, creating shoes that were technically superior and appealing in design. So here the lesson is competition can drive you to be better. Okay, focus on innovation and uniqueness what you have, and focus on uniqueness to stand out. Okay, the lesson here, okay, lesson I already told you. Okay, here balancing risk and control, how to balance the risk and control, and how to control it, right? How actually you balance the risk and how you actually controlling in the business, right? So here Nike faced financial risk for years as it constantly, reinvested profits into a business to fuel growth. At times here this led to serious cash flow issues. in an initial journey of Knight's, okay, Knight here, maintain tight, control of the company's visions, ensuring here aligned, with his long-term goals rather than short-term gains. So what is the lesson here? So growth often comes with financial and personal risk. Strategic decisions making it vital to sustaining a business, right? So it's the most important part, that you have to make a strategic decision. If you don't have the strategic decision, then you will lose most of things, right? The importance of culture the importance of culture and values, right? Nike's here, internal culture was shaped by a lean, unturned, okay, mindset and a relentless, pursuit of greatness. Okay, the company valued experimentation, learning from failures and fostering a culture of trust. Okay, this unique, a culture become a cornerstone of Nike's success. So what is the lesson here? Okay, build a company culture that reflects your values and motivates your team to strive for it. So learning here from mentors, right? Okay, here Knight's relationship with the coach Will Borman, okay, was deeply influential. Okay, Borman, not only co-designed revolutionary shoe, models, but also taught Knight to think critically and challenge norms. Okay, Knight actively, sought, okay, guidance from others, including Japanese executives who helped him understand business dynamics here. So lesson is, find mentors who challenge and inspire you. Their guidance can shape your visions and decisions, right? So you have to have a mentor, your guiders. Okay, making bold decision. Okay, the decision is to create the Nike brand after fallout with Onitsuka was a turning point here. Similarly, going public was a huge step that commented Nike's long-term success. Nike took bold bets at critical moments, even when the outcomes were uncertain. Lesson is, success often requires stepping out of your comfort zone and making bold, high-stakes decision. Gratitude and reflection here. In the closing pages, Knight expresses his gratitude to the people who contributed to his success and reflects on the sacrifices and triumphs along the way. Okay, his humility and recognition of luck here, timing and teamwork underline the importance of staying grounded. The lesson is, never forget the people and circumstances that helps you along the way. Gratitude and humility are signs of true success. Okay, each of these points here adds depth and Phil Knight's incredible journey and provides practical wisdom for aspiring entrepreneurs or anyone striving to achieve their dreams. So that's the point, and this is the actual story of Phil Knight's. The book name is what? What do you think? The book name is Shoe Dog, a memoir by a creator of Nike. So I hope you liked it. So yeah, have a good day.